Hey guys, Thogden here. Welcome back to a brand new video. Now today we are back with our Premier League predictions for game week 7. Now, I want to know the scores on the boards from last week.
I'm not telling you.
Why?
Because I've thrown my toys out of the pram.
What does that mean?
Because I was terrible last week. I got 2 points.
How many did Daniel get, our special guest?
Everton Daniel got 4 points.
So, what about me?
5 points.
Get in there, boys. What does that do for the overall points, though?
Oh, guest 31, Thogdad 33, and Thogden 36.
That is music to my ears. Once again, Thogden's the champ. Right. You get 1 point for getting the right team correct or a draw, and 3 points for the spot on score. Let's get on to the like target today, Dad.
Let's smash 9,000 likes.
If we don't get 9,000 likes, I'm walking off right now. All right, just imagine it. I'm walking like this, okay?
Just like that.
9K, make it happen.
And the first game is Wolverhampton Wanderers against Crystal Palace, 9th against 8th. Now, these are 2 teams with almost identical records, aren't they?
That's correct. Yeah, Friday night game. I'm not a fan of these Friday night games. I like a little pause to think about my fantasy team on Saturday morning. This is off. They did the same last week. What did the score be, Dad?
Well, Wolverhampton Wanderers will be disappointed to draw with Newcastle last week, won't they?
That's true.
But Crystal Palace got a good win away at Fulham.
Yeah.
What do you think there?
Well, I'm thinking Wolves, they like to grind out results, low scoring. Crystal Palace, you know, they've been okay, mid-table sort of thing. Weirdly enough, Palace have scored more than Wolves this season. Yeah. All of you lot on Fantasy Premier League picking Jimenez, Podence, you should be picking Palace players.
You should.
They're outscoring them. I think overall, I think Jimenez is going to score and it's going to be 1-0 to Wolves. What do you think, Dad?
Wow, I think a draw is a good shout here. And Zaha, a lot of people buying him.
That's true.
But Theo, I'm just going to agree with you. Wolves 1. Crystal Palace 0.
And now we're going to go over to our special guest, Josh Fusion, my editor, and a Brighton fan and just overall a top lad. He is our special guest today.
Thank you for having me on the channel, Theo. Hope you guys are enjoying the edits. And hey, I'm going to beat Theo and Thogdad on these predictions this weekend. Now let's have it. Being a Brighton fan, I really want Wolves to win this game. So of course I'm going to go over home side victory here, 2-0 to Wolves.
And the next game is Sheffield United in 19th against Manchester City in 13th.
That's correct.
Now Sheffield United, they weren't bad against Liverpool, but they lost, didn't they, Theo?
Yeah, they lost, and it was a 2-1 loss. You know, they're not picking any points up this season apart from 1 point at home to Fulham. City, on the other hand, need the points if they want to win the Premier League. De Bruyne's back fit, Aguero's ready to go. We're finally seeing that De Bruyne-Aguero link up again. Surely got to write off Sheffield United here, Dad.
Yeah, well, Sheffield United, they just can't score goals this season, can they? I mean, do you think they're going to go down, Theo?
Ooh, that's a big call. I think they'll just survive, but that's safe for another video. I think City are going to win 2-0 here. The likes of De Bruyne, Aguero, Sterling, even if they're not on their day, they'll still get a win here. Foden 2, too much class.
Yeah, that's a good call, Theo, and I agree with you. Sheffield United 0, Man City 2.
We agree, 2 out of 2. Let's go over to Josh.
There's only one result and outcome in this game, and it is 3-0 to Manchester City.
And the next game is Burnley against Chelsea, 18th against 10th. Now, Burnley looked all right against Spurs, didn't they, Theo?
They did, and overall, we watched that game. I thought Burnley could have shithoused it, and last year they were clinical. When they got those chances, they put them away. They grinded out results. But what we're seeing this season, the chances are being made, but the strikers aren't bagging the goals. How did they not score against Spurs? Chris Wood, the game before the Tottenham game, couldn't hit a bloody barn door, mate. Something is going wrong with the Burnley strikers. They just can't hit the back of the net.
That's true. Now, Chelsea were struggling for goals for a while.
Not anymore.
But then they went to Russia.
Did you watch the Krasnodar game? Bloody hell.
Yeah.
And Palace in the Premier League before they went 0-0s twice in a row. I think that Krasnodar game will give them confidence. But going midweek to Russia and expected to get points on the weekend, tough, isn't it?
Absolutely, but I was very impressed with Ziyech, Theo.
Oh, yeah. They definitely got the squad depth, though, don't they? The fact they got all these games on at the moment, Champions League, all the cup games, etc. They do have a big team, like you said. Pulisic came in off the bench, got a goal, he was brilliant. Ziyech, like you said, he was probably the man of the match of the game against Krasnodar. These sort of lads, on form, will be played against a team like Burnley, and they could just walk all over them.
And overall, I think Chelsea are going to win this one 2-0.
2-0, you reckon? Interesting. I'm going to go 2-0 as well. We agree 3-3.
Oh, no.
This is unbelievable. Josh, what are you going for, mate?
Burnley looked very good against Tottenham, but I'm still going to go with a Chelsea away win, and I'm going to go 2-0.
And the next game is Liverpool in 2nd against West Ham United in 12th. But did you know, Theo, that Liverpool have got the joint worst defensive record in the league?
That's crazy, isn't it? 14 goals conceded, same as Fulham and West Brom. Who'd have thought?
But thank goodness they've got the best attack, haven't they?
Yeah, and it's that best attack, Dad, that's kept them winning since Van Dijk has been injured. 3 games they've had since Van Dijk's out, 3 games they've won. You've got to give respect to the Liverpool lads. I mean, they're doing a great job.
They certainly are. Now, West Ham got a really good draw against Man City, and they're really finding some form, but can they surprise Liverpool?
Well, something I've noticed is the Hammers haven't got into a game since the first game of the season and not scored.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know, the likes of City, they still scored against. Tottenham, they put 3 past. Surely they're going to get a goal away to Liverpool. I don't know, I think they will. I'm going to go Liverpool 2, West Ham 1. And, you know, you're laughing because you've gone for the same.
Yeah.
Oh, for God's sake. 4 times we've agreed now. 3 times? No, 4 times.
Now, a funny thing is about Liverpool, despite that amazing Aston Villa defeat, they're still second in the league.
Yeah.
And I think this is why Liverpool are going to win the league this season.
Ooh,
because despite everything,
yeah,
they find themselves second.
That's the thing. And you've got to remember, Fabinho might have got injured in that Midtjylland game. Midtjylland? Is their name Midtjylland? Michelin, Midtjylland, same thing, whatever you want to go for. But it looks like they might have had a few injuries, and the doubts going into this West Ham game is Thiago, Fabinho, Keita, Matip, and on top of that, Van Dijk is out. But I think they're going to win 2-1. What are you going for?
And they're going to win this one 2-1. Josh, what do you think, mate?
So this one's an interesting one with Van Dijk and Fabinho out for this game and out for a long period of time. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw, and West Ham are going to get the away point at Anfield.
And the next game is Aston Villa in 3rd against Southampton in 7th, and both teams must be delighted with those positions.
Oh yeah, 2 on-form teams. Having said that, Villa went and lost 3-0 at home to Leeds last game.
Yeah.
We won't speak about it
they didn't
too much.
lose to Leeds.
What did they do? They
lost to Patrick Bamford.
Very funny, Dan. And then Southampton, like you said, I mean, they beat Everton. That was against the odds. James still looked injured in that game. We'll speak about Everton more in depth later on. But Southampton have won 3 games of their last 4.
Yeah.
They look really on form, and they're good away from home too. At first, I predicted a 2-1 Southampton win.
Yeah.
But now I'm just thinking goals galore. I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. What about you, Dad?
That's a very good shout. Now, I can't wait to see that game.
Yeah.
Because I was really impressed by Southampton all the way through the team.
Yeah.
And players like Che Adams and Armstrong and Oriol Romeo, as well as Ings, of course. They
Dad,
all
the
look
whole
rock
Southampton
solid.
team. The whole Southampton team. They play well as a unit.
Yes, they do. So I'm going to go for a draw as well. 1-1.
1-1, okay. It could be one of those days when Barkley and Grealish run the show for Villa, and then for the Saints, Adams x Ings. You know, goals galore. Josh, what are you going for, mate?
This game is going to have a lot of goals, and that's where I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw between Aston Villa and Southampton. Should be a good game.
And the next game is Newcastle in 14th against Everton in 1st. Now, Theo, I mentioned Newcastle. You got all upset. Why's that, mate?
No True Geordie follow back on Twitter.
Oh.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. What about you?
Josh, we're going to have to cut this here because he's getting very upset. You know, the True Geordie lack of a follow back really cuts
Not
him
even
up.
on Instagram.
I know.
I'm going to go.
Those are real tears.
Listen, True Geordie, just follow Fog Dad, not me. Just him.
Now, Newcastle shared the points with Wolves last week. That's a good result, isn't it, Theo?
Yeah, very solid result for them. Wolves were on top in the stats, and now they're playing Everton. And I've got a weird feeling the Geordies are going to win. I'm definitely getting that follow back from True Geordie now. I think Newcastle are going to win 2-1. It's a time to have Callum Wilson in your fancy team because he's going to bag.
Now that is a very big shout and very precise.
Yeah.
Now Everton have stumbled a little bit, but they're still top.
They are, that's the thing.
It's a Scouse 1-2, isn't it?
Yeah, they're doing
but
great.
I kind of agree that Newcastle won't lose this, and I'm going for 1-1.
I knew you would. I knew you would.
Yeah, but what I want to ask is, Josh, what do you think?
Richarlison is still out for Everton, but I'm still going to go for a away win here. Everton to win 2-1.
And now let's go to the bottom half of the table. Manchester United in 15th against Arsenal in 11th.
I thought you were lining up a crap game. This is going to be big.
It is. Now, Man United went goal crazy in midweek, didn't they, Theo?
They did. Oh my God, that Leipzig game. They were unbelievable. Now, I have to say, Dad, the last time these two teams played at Old Trafford, it was a 1-1 draw.
Yeah.
And Aubameyang scored. What have we seen of Aubameyang this season? A pretty poor start since he signed Dating. He's only got 1 goal, 1 assist in 6 games. The man nearly won the Golden Boot last year. Since he scored in this fixture last time out, maybe it's time for an Aubameyang masterclass. Maybe his time is coming now. What do you think, Dad?
Well, I remember back to last week and Arsenal got done by that man Jamie Vardy.
Yeah, but they need to bounce back. Arteta will want this more than ever.
But whatever they want, I've been really disappointed with Arsenal recently. It's been awful to watch them.
It has been awful. We watched them in the Europa League. We're watching them tonight in the live stream, but this video comes out the day after. So if they pump Dundalk about 6 or 7-0, you'll look like a mug, and I'll look like a bit of a geezer. Man United, what was your thoughts on that 5-0 win against Leipzig?
Well, amazing. As soon as Bruno came on and Rashford came on, the goals started coming. And we've seen Leipzig in Germany. They're a good team.
Yeah, they are a good side. They're top of the Bundesliga, for God's sake.
I know.
Maybe they're taking a bit of focus away from the Champions League. We can't ignore the fact that when United played Chelsea at home a couple of weeks ago, or a week ago even, it was a 0-0.
Yeah.
It wasn't a great game. They couldn't score. But with Rashford on a hat-trick form from Leipzig, and by the way, what he's doing on Twitter and everything he stands for is absolutely brilliant. So Rashford for PM, lads. And Greenwood as well, doing a great job on the pitch. I think that lineup, I think they'll be thinking goals. I think they're going to win. I think Manchester United are going to beat Arsenal. Do you agree?
Well, I tell you what, during my childhood, Man United Arsenal was always a brilliant game that everyone looked forward to. I'm going 2-1 United.
Well, it used to be Cristiano Ronaldo versus Thierry Henry. Now it's McTominay versus Leno. I'm just thinking about it. I'm kidding. I'm going Man United 2, Arsenal 1, which is the same as you.
Oh, you're copying me, mate.
Honestly, at this point, you're copying me.
You've got your Bielsa spies, haven't you?
I do. Does Josh copy us though? Let's hear what he says.
The big one for the weekend, but I think it's going to be anticlimactic. I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw. No one's going to win it. It's going to be a draw nevertheless. 1-1 in that game.
And now for Tottenham Hotspur against Brighton and Hove Albion 5th against 16th.
Yep.
And Spurs, what can you say about Kane and Son? Surely the best partnership in Europe right now.
Yeah, they even did it in a cold, wet, rainy night in Burnley. They got the 3 points. You can't fault that. Yeah. And, you know, now they're playing Brighton at home. We went to this fixture last time it was played.
Yes.
At the new White Hart Lane. I went, you didn't. And Tottenham won 2-1. I think they're going to win 2-1 again. Very simply. Tottenham are on good form. Brighton absolutely need a win. Yes. They're on something like 4 points. They're down at the table. In a place where they shouldn't be. They're better than that.
Yes, we've watched Brighton several times this season, and every time we're looking at players like Bissouma and Trossard and Lamptey and Maupay and saying, how can this team be down where it is?
Maupay misses to win. Yeah, because Maupay always misses too many sitters. He just does. But listen, what's your prediction? I'm going 2-1 Spurs. What about you?
I'm going for Spurs 2, Brighton 0.
Ooh, okay. So Brighton staying down there for you?
Yeah, Josh, you are a supporter of Brighton. Tell us about this game, mate.
Yeah. Are you going to get anything from Tottenham?
So then we move on to my team, Brighton and Hove Albion against Tottenham. And for me, it's going to be one result. It's going to be a Tottenham home win. Don't want to sound negative, but it's the facts. Now, against Tottenham, Kane, Son, they've got so many good players on that side. And I don't think Brighton will come away with any points in this game. So I'm going to go for 2-1 Tottenham. Brighton can't score at all. We couldn't even score a goal against West Brom, so we needed a bit of help from them. So thank you, Ivanovic. And yeah, cheers for the own goal.
And the next game is a relegation dogfight. It is Fulham against West Bromwich Albion, 20th against 17th here. What's happening here?
Well, I mean, it's a chance for one of these two teams to finally get a bloody win in the Premier League.
Yeah.
They've both played 6 games, 0 wins, both on the board. Just losses and draws. Fulham have only drawn 1 game and lost 5. West Brom have drawn 3 and lost 3. Neither of them could win. Is there a win coming in this game though?
Well, I don't know, Theo, but West Brom are another team that on the day look quite good.
Yeah.
But you know what? You need 8, 9 or 10 wins to stay up.
That's true.
And I can't see West Brom doing that.
Well, neither of these really.
Yeah.
So what are you going for?
Well, I think both of these teams will fail to win. I'm going for a 1-1 draw.
Are you? I think there's going to be more goals. I think both these teams are going to go for it a little bit more. I'm going to go for 2-2. Still a draw, a little bit more goal crazy. Josh, are you going to make a hat-trick of draws?
Two teams who are very desperate for a win here, but I still think it's going to be a draw. 1-1, Fulham West Brom. I hate to say it, but I think both teams are going to go down this season.
And finally, 2 teams pushing for the Champions League.
Ooh, yeah.
Leeds United against Leicester, 6th against 4th. Good seasons for both these clubs.
Well, I mean, they're both having similar form this year. Both getting points on Man City. Leicester beat them, Leeds drew to them. And then, Liverpool, Leeds gave them a good fight. You know, it's going well for both these teams so far. Similar goal differences, but which way is it going to go when they play each other at Ellen Road?
Well, what do you say about Patrick Bamford? 3 great goals, Theo.
Yeah, I mean, hat-trick Bamford. I had to say it. I had Jack Harrison in my fantasy team. Got me nothing. I mean, you could have got me 1 assist, mate.
And Jamie Vardy, has he still got it, Theo? Can he win the Golden Boot again?
I mean, listen, he came off the bench, he's meant to be injured, and he scores the winner away at Arsenal. And one man who deserves a start, Cengiz Under, the Turkish winger. Why didn't he start versus Arsenal? He comes on, makes the run, and squares it to Vardy. Yeah. That is the reason they got 3 points against Arsenal. The guy deserves a start in this game, and if Brendan Rodgers doesn't do it, he is a mug.
Now, do you know what? My brother Stuart reckons Leeds are going to win this one, so I have to agree with him.
No way.
2-1 to Leeds.
That's a big statement. Listen, both these teams doing well. I can only see a point either way. Leeds 1, Leicester 1. But Josh, you going for a win? You going for a draw? Or something else? Let us know.
So the final game being Leeds United versus Leicester City. Both teams actually picked up a win last weekend against Aston Villa and obviously Arsenal. I think this one will end up as a home win for Leeds United and I'm going to go 2-1. Thank you very much, Theo, for having me on. I know I'm literally editing this video and editing myself, so, you know, I'm probably going to make myself look stupid right now. But if you haven't seen my face before, then please subscribe to my channel. Link will be in the description. And hey, leave a like on this upload. We want 9,000 likes.
Right, that's all the games done for this week, week 7. Let me know in the big games, like Man United, Arsenal, what you think is going to happen in the comment section. It could go both ways, couldn't it?
It could be. It's a cracking weekend, and you know what? Sunday morning, we're going to be back, aren't we, Theo?
We are. We're back in England. We're going to be improving the setup. The live streams are getting better and better. Make sure you have notifications on the channel. You will never miss a live stream. And if you're missing the banter on there, bloody hell, you're having a shocker. How many likes for this one, Dad?
Oh, 9,000, Theo.
Woo! Let's do it, lads. Let's do it for the boys, eh? Right, that's it. Have a great weekend of Premier League football again. I hope you guys enjoyed these Premier League predictions. We will see you next week for this series. And have a great weekend, guys. Take care.
See
We'll
ya.
be back in England for it too. See you there. Right, bye.